Mark, 3 points on Tuesday night. You said after the game that it probably wasn't your best performance of the season, but grit and determination shone through, didn't it? And you got those points on the board.
Yeah, I don't think it was our best in terms of our being expansive and fluent, but there was a lot of good bits in it in terms of our structure. We were efficient with the ball, defended well. The only thing was we didn't get the killer goal, which we should have done, so pleased on the whole.
So is it a different performance then, rather than one you look on with any negativity?
Yeah, I think it's just one of those games you've got to win however you do it, and there's going to be some horrible Tuesday nights, wet, cold, muddy, where you have to grind a result out. And you look at some of the other results, ours is a good result.
And with how quickly the games are coming, that's going to have to happen this season, isn't it? You're going to have to make changes, and you're going to have to grind out results where needs be.
Yeah, I was chatting to a couple of the boys, managers in the lower leagues, and it's like, it feels like there's so much more thinking and trying to be really flexible and adaptable in terms of how you set your team up, how you change personnel to freshen it up, how you tactically adapt with players being so tired. So it is a big challenge for everyone, but it's okay at the minute.
And attention's then obviously turned to Saturday afternoon, a trip to Cheltenham Town. With the table slowly starting to settle down now, you can see they're going to be a side that's going to be up there and a real tough test for you.
Of course, they have a real identity to how they play, not dissimilar to ourselves, and they've had a good start. And I'm sure once they get a couple of key injuries back, they'll continue to get good results.
So it's two good sides going at each other, but more importantly, two good footballing sides. It's going to be quite a spectacle for the neutral, perhaps.
Yeah, you would think so. It was a great game last year at their place. Two good teams going at it. I'm not sure how the lack of atmosphere will affect it. We'll have to wait and see. It should be a good game.
Because a derby day in some ways is as much about the atmosphere and off the pitch as what's on it, but that's going to feel completely different on Saturday, isn't it? Of course, no fans and once again behind closed doors.
That's right. I think, you know, when it's derby day, when you're travelling to the stadium, you see the pubs that are stacked out with fans, and you can feel the tension rising. But there's none of that this year, and we have to create our own atmosphere now, and yeah, it's strange.
And what effect does that have on the 90 odd minutes on the pitch?
I think there's less intensity to the games. It hasn't affected us too much. We've continued to try and do what we do, and we've done all right so far.
And your squad's starting to get back to where you want it now. Obviously, Nicky Cadd and Dan Sweeney both featured on Tuesday night after their period of isolation. Good to have them back. Yeah,
great. You can tell that they've not done anything for 2 weeks. It wasn't ideal to put them on the pitch, but they had no choice. So it's just assessing them, whether they can manage another game and whether they're fit enough for Saturday, along with one or two others, Ebo Adams as well, who's had a rest that would probably be too much for him on Saturday.
And when you've got those questions going into a game, we're on Thursday now, and obviously the game's on Saturday, how late can you leave it before picking your team?
Well, it's important that we do some work on how we are wanting to set up against a good team. We have to do some work. It might not be as much running about. It's more stop, stand still, moving people about rather than doing too much running. But we have to do some tactical work. And ideally, we want to nail the team down today. So we're still waiting on one or two issues.
So is it a case of the team, as you say, getting nailed down today, and then as much as your game plan as possible ahead of the trip?
I think it's about everyone that's not fit watching training, and we nail down how we want to play. And then the boys that are watching can easily slip into what we do.
And knowing what you know about Cheltenham, how do you think they're going to set up?
I think they'll set up exactly as they have been. I don't think they'll change. They're doing well. I think they'll play exactly how they've been playing, and there's not a lot wrong.
And obviously you mentioned a couple of injuries for them. but I suppose with both sides at the moment having a couple of absentees, you don't really look too much into that, do you?
No, you dealt with what you dealt with, you have to get on with it. We're not crying about it, and we've been missing 5-6 key players at a time, and I'm sure everyone's in the same boat, so you just get on with it, and the boys that come in get their chance, do really well, and that's what's happened with us.
And does it give the squad morale a bit of a boost having those boys back in as well?
It increases the competition, you know, like Chris Stokes has come in the team, done great, you know, so Elliot Whitehouse has come in, done great, Jake Young's come into the team from nowhere and looked a real star, so what it does do, it gives opportunities, and you have to take those opportunities when they come.
And as much as you're looking at Cheltenham not knowing who's going to be available for them, I suppose they'll be asking the same questions of you, won't you? It's all the mind games leading up to a Saturday, isn't it?
I don't think they'll be too worried about us. I'm sure they're concentrating on what they do, and I'm sure both teams respect what the other teams have got, but we have to concentrate on what we do and doing it well.
And despite fans, as we touched on earlier, not being at the game, it's still going to be one that the players are going to win for the fans as much as themselves.
Yeah, of course. We've got our aims, and we want to win the game for those aims. And it's a derby. You want. It's better off to say, yeah, we won the derby than not winning it. So yeah, it's full focus on winning the game.
And finally, Kane Wilson back warming up on Tuesday night. It's a nice sign for any Rovers fans watching the stream. How close is he to a return?
Yeah, he's back into full training. I think he's one of the best wing backs at this level, so he gives us real thrust going forward. So he's back in full training, and hopefully be part of it on Saturday.
And with both him and Nicky Cadden now making a return to the squad, you've had a lot of rotation in those full-back positions, but is it likely to go back to being the sort of solid ones they were in the first couple of games of the season?
Wing-backs, not full-backs, wing-backs, and we've been playing really without any first-choice wing-backs, and it's not helped us. So it's nice to have them. Young Jaden's come in the other night and done well for 20-odd minutes, but it's key to have those front runners giving us that thrust